Hey everyone, it's Aubrey, recovering perfectionist, queen of distractions / gardener, and we are back for another and the last garden tour of the season. While this does feel very bittersweet, I'm 100% looking forward to the downtime that this time of year is going to offer, but you can 100% guarantee that the wheels in my head are already turning regarding plans and ideas that I have for next year. There really just isn't a whole lot going on anymore, but maybe next month I'll do some kind of update if we've made any changes or done any more work out in the garden. But as you can see, there's really not a ton going on here. But while we're still here, let's see what is going on. Like I had mentioned before, Josh and I had a few cloves of garlic in our pantry that were starting to sprout. So we planted those over the weekend in this bed here, and then did leaves on top over there in that one as well. In this bed over here, nothing is happening. I pulled out the peas that were up there. Everything was just kind of gross. And then there was one cabbage plant down there, and it was starting to split, but just nothing was happening. And there were a lot of bugs and slugs getting to it. This one here, I don't know. I'll keep it for decoration or just an experiment to see what happens. And then the spinach and beets are in here. We just don't really get any sun during the day in this part of the yard anymore, so I don't think that's benefiting anything at this point. Still have beets in this bed to deal with. I do plan on cutting back the parsley and making a kale dish sometime soon, but all of the last of the peas are pulled out. It's just pretty bare. Yesterday I did cut back all of the snapdragons, and then there were so many that a lot of them I just pulled out. I guarantee that a ton of seeds have spread, and there will be a lot coming up next year, which, like I had mentioned before, I'm absolutely okay with. We're gonna go over here though. I was extremely impressed with my biggest snapdragon that had grown last year that I had cut back and came back this year. Just look at how much of that is left, and there's already new growth on it. That one as well. So we'll just wait and see what happens. We haven't really popped in the greenhouse at all, just because there hasn't been anything exciting. Josh did harvest the last of the jalapenos in there a couple weeks ago before we had our frost. I think he got about 10 or so, and we're making some fire cider with that right now. But yeah, you see they're just droopy and done. But my two lavender plants are doing pretty well. I think those I'm just gonna end up keeping out here, and I'll just have to make sure to pop in every once in a while and water them. I don't know if that leaves them with very good odds, honestly. And then over in this part of the yard, the old pumpkin sunflower bed it's done for. There's obviously some cleanup that we need to do in there. We're talking about just putting leaves and cardboard on top of that and just dealing with whatever is left over in the spring. I don't know what happened to the thingy around the raspberries. I'm gonna have to ask Josh if he took that off. But that is that for the 2023 garden season. Like I said, extremely bittersweet. As good things come to an end though, it is always fun to look back and ponder. Like right now, what I'm thinking about a lot is not just how much we got done in the garden, but just how much has changed since we started the garden last April, how much the boys have grown, especially Alec. He was really just starting to master walking when we started the garden, and now he's riding a bike, and it's just wild and crazy and fun. And I'm looking forward to next year. And I do want to make a point to thank you all so much for your support and your encouragement. Please tell me in the comments how your garden did this year. I'm very curious to hear if you had a successful year as well. What did good, what didn't? And if you don't have a garden and you were here for the garden tour videos, thank you for tagging along in my garden. I'm so happy to have you all with me. So until next time, I love you, have fun, and be kind.